this would have been the place I would have come 5 years to 6 years before if I hadn't gotten into Far Eastern Federal University. This was my first choice. According to Google Maps, the hostel seems to be really near, so let's go there and check if they can accommodate just my luggages. The temperature seems to be really comfortable compared to Moscow, because Moscow was burning me. Kazan seems to be fine till now, maybe because I came in an air-conditioned train and I have just gotten down after a 13-hour journey. Okay, I kept my luggages inside the hostel. My back feels light now. Feels like I can walk miles and miles together. First, I'm going to start with the place which I would have come if I had chosen Kazan State Medical University. So I'm going to the Kazan State Medical University now. Got down from the bus in Tolstoy station. Through the bus I saw Kazan Federal University and the Kazan Central Market, etc. Most of the architecture looks quite similar to the ones I saw in Moscow, but really different from the ones which we see in Vladivostok. Also, the bus which I came in, I think it is an old bus. Most of the buses which I see in Kazan are quite old compared to the ones even in Vladivostok. I'm here near the campus. Anyway, the buses are bad. Also, the bus have bus conductors in them, which we don't have in Vladivostok. We directly pay to the driver. Anyway, this would have been the place I would have come 5 years to 6 years before if I hadn't gotten into Far Eastern Federal University. This was my first choice. I didn't take the university's admission due to some reasons, mainly because of the hostels in here. It's about 2:30 and I got the room, got refreshed, kept all my stuff in there. Now I'm going to the center, the Kazan Kremlin, which is the most famous structure around here. So it's just a kilometer or so walk, and the Google Maps took me through McDonald's drive-thru and stuff. Okay, now that we have made it in here, all I have to do is find the entrance, and this fort has about 10 entrances, out of which one should be open. I think I found the entrance to enter inside the fort. The walls did not have any kind of entrance. This was the only entrance which even Google Maps said me to try go through. This one is the architectural and archaeological findings of the mausoleums of the 15th and 16th century. They were being dug up, and now it's preserved under this because this is a UNESCO site and we are not allowed to make any more changes with this. That's the house of the President of the Republic of Tatarstan. The one we are going into is the Union Cathedral, like the one which we saw in the Kremlin of Moscow too. This church is beautiful. Also, they do not charge you for entering inside the church or inside the Kremlin's area. You only have to pay for the audio tour. That is the same clock tower that we saw in Moscow too. Sparskaya something, I don't remember the name exactly again. And there you go. With that, we finished the tour of the Kazan Kremlin and we are out. Now we are heading towards Arbatskaya Street. This is the shopping street in a lot of cities of Russia. We have one in Vladivostok, we saw one in Moscow, and now this is in Kazan. Good morning everyone, it is day 2 in Kazan, my last day in here. Today I have my train at about 12 o'clock at night. So I checked out of the room, I kept my baggages inside the storage. I can keep it in there till 8 o'clock in the evening. So I'm going to go explore the city. The first stop for today is the Temple of All Religions. So let's get a bus and get going. So I'm near to one of those temples. On the way I noticed a couple of things about Kazan. One, people in here prefer to live in more of individual housing kind of situation, while in Vladivostok we mostly live in apartment style conditions. Not we, but the Russians live in the apartment style conditions. Even in Moscow I noted that. In Moscow people live in an apartment style building compared to an individual house. Yesterday it kinda rained all throughout the night, and even today morning it was raining. So the temperature has become a bit okay-ish, but it is not even close to being pleasant. It is still hot as... No, I'm not swearing in my video. So I walked behind the Temple of All Religions. It's a fairly new establishment. It was established only in 2003 by an artist who used to live here. His house was in here and he built it, and now it has become this thing where he wanted every religion to come and stay in Kazan, coexist together. That was the main aim behind it. So inside you can see art from all religions, like Hinduism is there, Judaism is there, Buddhism is there, Islam is there. Okay, so we just got out of the bus and now I'm near the Krasnaya Varota. This is the arc which was constructed for the 100th anniversary of the Kazan powder factory, because the Kazan powder factory was founded by Catherine II and Alexander III. It was constructed based on the colors of red and white to resemble victory. That's why the color and shape of it. Okay, just found out that the Kazan powder plant is not just a normal baby powder plant. It's a gunpowder plant which had a small accident at that time, but it had suffered minor losses because the floodgates opened inside the factory system and it saved most of the people. But the factory got closed after that. So that's what this memorial is for. How stupid of me to think it was just a tall compounder plant. So I got down from the bus, I came back from the Krasnaya Varota, and now I'm going to Park Pabyade of Kazan, that is the Victory Park of Kazan. That's a weird looking submarine. Submarines which I had seen before and I have seen in Vladivostok tend to be really long ones. I have never seen one like this, but the highlight of this park is the other side. Let me show you. Today for lunch we are at Park House. Obviously there is a McDonald's inside, but if you're like me and you have exhausted all your options for going around in the city or places to see, some of the best places to visit are the city's malls, the city's markets, etc. City's markets, you can go and buy stuff that are originally from that city so that you can have it as souvenirs and stuff. The other things are malls and stuff. One, you can buy cheap groceries in there which you can use later in the day or for your next travel trip. That is number one. Number two, you can observe people who are from that city, their attitudes, their way of living, etc. And malls tell you a lot about how the city thrives. So I settled for Pizza Hut today. So we are again near the Kazan Kremlin, and there is a beautiful view of the city in the backside. Also behind me you can see the new, out there, yeah, right there, that one is the new agricultural headquarters, agricultural ministry. About 7:35 in Kazan, and I am off for the third leg of this Trans-Siberian adventure. So my train is by 11:45, about 12 o'clock in here. The train is coming from Volgograd. It's going to be standing in the station for about 45 minutes. I got my dinner and we are heading towards Yekaterinburg.